Why I want to talk about the future and why I want to talk about now? Because we're going to look about the risk. What kind of a risk we are facing today? What kind of a risk we will face tomorrow? So that would be a very important point for you to study up, to think about what kind of key factors should be the key part of your business plan. So first of all, then we can think about the question, how is this planet doing now? Is it doing well, or doing not well, and doing pretty bad? If we will use several very simple items, try to identify the current status of this world, then we can use the key 4 items over there on the left side of this slide. What does the future look like? The future and the development of this planet will be constrained by the carbon emissions. So we are facing a carbon constrained age. Because of the resource scarcity, so we are facing a future resource constraint. Today, we have 7.1 billion people around the world. So we are facing the future. It's population constraint. Everybody need water. Everybody need food, need resource, need house, need education, need medicine, healthcare, need social justice. That will be a problem. The last one, 7.1 billion around the world, but the worst situation is 78% of them living in a poverty situation. Nobody is happy when you live in the poverty situation. That's you in a very constrained frame. No freedom for the future. No hope for the future. So we want to find a solution to change ourselves, change somebody else. We are going to be like that, in a constrained future, living in a very limited freedom, because the resource, opportunity, the right for your personal development to meet your need has been already exhausted by some other generation, previous generation. So future is now, because we are facing a very important milestone right now, a tipping point. For you, each one of your team. Why? Because you are in the age between 20 and 30. I would like to provide you some of the key messages. The leading entrepreneur in the last 50 years, those leading entrepreneurs, they create their own business but change this world very, very tremendously. And those companies including HP, Intel, Yahoo, Google, Apple, Facebook. And the entrepreneur for this company, when the age of them, when they create their own company, are all between 20 and 30 years old. Another tipping point, why we want to talk about the 2012, December 21st, will be the end of the world. Because really, the reality is nobody sees the hope for this planet. Right now we have consumed much more. It's already beyond the limit of this planet can survive, can support us. So the tipping point, 2012, today, 23rd of December in 2012, you receive the message. Today is a tipping point for this planet. Become better, become worse. The key is on our hand, each one of us. I'm going to tell you a sample case. Can you see the positive signal regarding to the transformation of this market and how we do the business from now on? The answer is yes. The transformation is ongoing right now. Several brands on this slide, including Dove and Lux and Pond's and Lipton. These are the all famous brands from a company called Unilever. You might consume their product every day, but you never notice that the company's logo looks like this. The company's logos several years ago looked like this. It's just a U. But right now, it has been changed to this. What does this new logo mean? Or what does it consist of? It consists of 27 very unique symbols. It represents the face, the business value, ecosystem, how we deal with the sustainable development, how we do the business from now on, and try to promote, try to explore a sustainable future. So these 27 different symbols means difference, but all very strong linkage to sustainable development and ecosystem. You can check it out. You can also Google from the internet. Next one, the oil and gas giant, British Petroleum. It used to be like this. Several years ago, change become like this. What does that mean? BP now. It means beyond petroleum. What can be beyond petroleum for oil and gas and energy company? They sell out the oil, energy to everyone for meeting your need of your daily life and business. But they changed from their logo, British Petroleum, to a beyond petroleum. The new logo, it's very easy to tell. It means renewable. How do you communicate? How do you integrate the sustainability information into your marketing? This is the Timberland's case. 4 years ago, Timberland kicked up a program called Green Index, and they tried to provide a green label to each of their products. And then right now, according to their plan, they're supposed to provide this green index to 100% of their product line and to the market all over the world. So what do they have? The green index look like this. The green index, they try to combine the tri-pillars information, their own tri-pillar based on their green index methodology. It communicates the three aspects information to the customer. The first one is climate change. How much of the greenhouse gas emission based on the production of providing this shoes thing. The second one is chemical use. Any hazardous compound has been already applied to this product. The third one, resource consumption. Any organic material has been used. Any recyclable material has been already used. Three aspects information come out the final index based from the impact into the environment ecosystem. So it ranges from 0 to 10. 0 means no impact. 10 means the biggest impact. So they set up their goals. Within 5 to 10 years, they will have 100% of their product lines that can reduce their environmental impact to around 4.5. Google from the internet. How do they use this kind of new level by integrating the three aspects of environmental information into their product labeling? The food giant, the biggest food company in the world, Nestle, they provide the food to all over the world. But right now, the new product line is affordable delight for the poor and low-income people. Very cheap, but meet the basic need to try to improve the health care of the target consumer. The target consumer become the low-income people. The proportion is incredibly increased, but the market is so attractive. So right now, another term. I noticed that some of you, most of you has already proposed your business plan based on the social enterprise. But I want to emphasize, we are not look forward to a philanthropy business plan. We want to, because you are MBA talent, we try to educate you, provide you more message, because we want you to integrate sustainability into your the model to do the business with the general public and target consumer, no matter that is B2B or B2C. So you can modify your social enterprise business plan into another new model that has become quite attractive to the big company, especially the leading company around the world. It's called inclusive business. They care about the low-income people, try to make the low-income people become their target consumer. Try to make the low-income people integrate into the supply chain as their supplier. Try to make the low-income people into the value chain of the product. So the inclusive business, in Chinese we say 共荣事业. To do the business with the pool. To create the market from the pool. Two aspects, but they are all very important. We are going to run an inclusive business model to make money, but to meet the basic need at an affordable price, to take care of so huge population living in a poverty situation. So inclusive business has become a very important emerging new business model, no matter that is for the big and giant company like even like the global #1 food company Nestle, the global very leading sustainable company, telecom company called Vodafone. How to source our material, how to do the business with the pool. There are several ways. Another way is called fair trade coffee, fair trade fruit, fair trade juice, fair trade chocolate, fair trade clothes. So fair trade is another item you can Google from the internet. How the poor people, how to do business with low-income people or disadvantaged group. They are poor farmer or they are rural areas farmer. How those kind of their livelihood can be taken care of by integrated into the value chain and supply chain of the leading company around the world based on this kind of a certification system called fair trade. So what we are looking for? We are looking for the young talent and the future leaders that can integrate, capable to integrate the sustainability into the business model for doing business with the world. Entrepreneur we are looking for, with full of passion to sustainable development for a sustainable future. But passion is not enough. You need more skill, competence, expertise, tool, comprehension, and another very important personal characteristics. How to team up with your team members. This is the basic framework of this competition. We'd like to remind you, your business plan should be tried to concise based on this framework and try to identify a lot of key components in my previous slides and also in this framework. So each country, each race, then we always have the different cultural characteristics. Different ecosystem has their own, the characteristics of the ecosystem. If we integrate, combine those local culture, local nature ecosystem with the sustainable development, and then based on the several pillars, environment, economy, and society, but we want to integrate those kind of considerations into a real business, not a philanthropy business. Then you got to try to identify how to deliver the green value. How about your position? How about how you can deliver? Why? The B2B, your customer, will buy in. Why? The B2C, your consumer, will buy in. Why? Your partner in the supply chain and value chain will buy in and work with you and try to capture the value. So innovation is very important. What is the key point to differentiate yourself and make you outstanding around the peers? Now we have a 19 team. We have more than 200 young talent from 6 countries, 6 MBA programs, and more than also 6 countries. So vision is very important. Courage to challenge, very important. Creativity, very important. The capacity, team up for integration, and try to leverage what points, important point I have already addressed. It's also very important. So we would like to also suggest you to think about whether you are a star. What does it mean, star? That is a very simple approach for you. Try to look at and review your business plan again. Status first. As I have already emphasized, you Google a lot of information from the internet about the sustainable development, inclusive business, the future trend, mega trend. So whether your business plan has been already come out very clear background, motivation is strong enough, and try to drive your business plan much more attractive around the business plan proposed by your peers. Target. Whether the clear target in environment, society, governance is a so-called ESG. Right now it's become a common term by the investor from the capital market. So the ESG's target, the target market enough, clear enough, the target consumer clear enough, the goal, the target in ESG clear enough, the approach, whether that is creative and innovative, is very important. The last one, results. What kind of achievement, key performance indicator you are going to use, whether that is very easy to verify that your business plan is attractive, worthy of investment. And how about the return on your investment? So the financial anticipation in your business plan is also very important. Sustainable development, the definition to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. You need growth. Your parents need growth. Your kids need growth. Your grandkids need growth, need development. But what we are facing the current pressing challenge now today, because our parents, our grandparents, they develop, they meet their need, but they don't consider whether we have the resource, the circumstances, the capacity to support the future generation to develop, to meet their needs. That's all day. That's why we have so many serious problems now today. But if we don't care, we don't change our business model, we don't transform the existing market to a low carbon and green economy, then obviously in the next several decades, maybe by 2020, then you will see that everything will become hopeless. Nobody wants to see that, because in your life you just only study from now on. No one can do it alone for sustainable development. So all of you, we look forward to receiving more very positive proposal, and then to shape a sustainable future. So we are looking for future leaders. So that each one of you have a very influential power, try to influence the future society and the future economy, because we believe that you are all the solution provider. Thank you very much.